Hola Bobcats, it's Mrs. G here, and in this storybook session we are going to get wild about books. Author Judy Sierra has a story for you that's pretty exciting, and her illustrator is Marc Brown. He did all of our pictures for us. So let's get wild about books. Today's story, Wild About Books, is read by permission of the publisher, Alfred Knopf Books out of New York. And our author is Judy Sierra. Illustrator, Marc Brown. It started the summer of 2002 when the Springfield librarian Molly McGrew, by mistake, drove her bookmobile into the zoo. Molly opened the door and she let down the stair, turned on the computer, and sat in her chair. At first, all the animals just watched from a distance, but Molly could conquer the strongest resistance. By reading aloud from the good Dr. Seuss, she quickly attracted a mink and a moose, a wombat, an oryx, a lemur, a lynx, 8 elephant calves, and a family of skinks. In a flash, every beast in the zoo was stampeding to learn all about this new something called reading. Forsaking their niches, their nests, and their nooks, they went wild, simply wild about wonderful books, choosing thin books and fat books and Cat in the Hat books, new books and true books, and heaps of how-to books. If you check out the picture, I really love the alligators reading on the bottom. That's pretty funny. We've got the kangaroos on the bottom right there with the baby-roo and the mama-roo, each reading their own books. Giraffes, they wanted tall books, and the crickets craved small books, while the geckos, they could only read stick-to-the-wall books. The pandas demanded more books than Chinese. Molly filled their requests, always eager to please. She even found waterproof books for the otter, who never went swimming without reading Harry Potter. Raccoons read alone, and baboons read in bunches, and the llamas read dramas while eating their lunches. On this page, I really like some of the rhyming words that you're hearing throughout the book. Llama, drama, bunches, lunches. Pretty fun rhyming words, so keep listening for all that. See if you can pick out some of the rhymes on your own. Hyenas shared jokes with the red-bellied snakes, and they howled and they hissed until their funny bones ached. A tree kangaroo who adored Nancy Drew began solving mysteries right there at the zoo, such as why were the bandicoots' books overdue? Gently, Molly taught lessons in treating books right, for the boa constrictor squeezed Crictor too tight. The baby bunnies mucked up Goodnight Moon with their paws, and giant termites devoured the Wizard of Oz. You can see at the top they're actually eating the book. Crazy. And the bears' love of book was completely outrageous. They licked all the pictures right off the pages. Tasmanian devils found books so exciting that soon they had given up fighting for writing. They made up adventures so thrilling and new that the others decided they wanted to be authors too. So pythons wrote with their tails, penguins wrote with their bills, and the porcupines wrote with their very own quills. One of the fun things about this book is that all these different animals, you could actually Google some of them and see if you can find out some true facts about what do a porcupine's quills really act like, or what are they used for? Obviously not writing. So in the real world, in nature, what are they used for? Okay, on this page, I really like all the little speech bubbles that are being shared. So take a look at some of those words and listen to them as I say them. You might need to look some of them up in a dictionary. At the new insect zoo, bugs were scribbling haiku. The scorpion gave each one a stinging review. Walking Stick's poem is, a cannibal twig silently devours a leaf, eating, not eaten. The scorpion proceeds to say, pretentious. The dung beetle's haiku says, roll a ball of dung, any kind of poo will do, baby beetle bed. The scorpion's review is, stinks. The millipede has a haiku poem. I dig for treasure in my enchanted castle, a rotten apple. The scorpion says, boring. On the bottom right, we have the giant hissing cockroach and his haiku. Remember, a haiku is a syllable-based poem, so see if you can count the syllables. His poem's kind of funny. Hiss, 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 hiss. Hiss, 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 hiss. Hiss, 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 hiss. See, 5, 7, 5, like a normal haiku, but it's all in the hissing. Anyway, then the scorpion, he says, so redundant. As the cheetah's new novel began to take shape, he read chapters each night to the Barbary ape. And although the gazelle couldn't spell very well, like everyone else, she had some stories to tell. Imagine the hippo's enormous surprise when her memoir was given the Zulitzer Prize. With so many new books, Molly knew what she had to do. She hired 12 beavers, a stork, and a canoe to build a branch library there at the zoo. And then the animals all cried, we can do it ourselves. We can check the books out. We can put them on shelves. And they did. And they do, up to this very day. 3 cheers for the new Zoobrary! Hip, hip, hooray! So when you visit the zoo now, you surely won't mind if the animals seem just a bit hard to find. They are snug in their niches, their nests, and their nooks, and they're going wild, simply wild, about wonderful books. I hope you, too, are having a chance to go wild about books. And hopefully you'll be able to visit a library soon, maybe over the summer, or we'll see you when school starts again, and we can enjoy all of our wonderful books in our Basha Elementary Library. And I so hope to see you soon. Take care. Make sure you are reading and enjoying Wild About books, as well as some other readings that we might find on our Basha YouTube channel. Subscribe and check back, and you can see other new books that might be read and shared on our channel, as well as some really fun things by our tech teacher, Miss Fow, our music teacher, Miss Vogus, and our PE teacher, Mr. Wagner. So check out our YouTube channel, and we hope to have you reading some more books and listening as we share some of our favorites with you.